The year is 2018. Travis Scott's Astroworld is dominating the charts, the Eagles defeated the Patriots in Super Bowl 52, and the internet is buzzing about the newest season of Game of Thrones. However, in the coaster world, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom is about to unveil one of the biggest flops of a modern-day coaster, Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster, a creation of the up-and-coming manufacturer Skyline Attractions. Going all the way to today, even though they had years to perfect their flaws that hindered their reputation from their pioneer coaster, it looks like old habits die hard with the newly made and equally flawed Kid Flash Cosmic Coasters. But in light of all that being said, I still think we ought to give this company a chance. My name is Avery, and this is United Coasters. Let me start by stating the obvious. Making a roller coaster is hard. Nowhere is that more prevalent than in the minds of the four founders of Orlando-based manufacturer Skyline Attractions. This entire company manifested from 3 ex-employees of Great Coasters International, or GCI, the same company behind wooden coasters like Invader at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, Wicker Man at Alton Towers, and Texas Stingray at SeaWorld San Antonio. Jeff Pike, Evan Sawyer, and Chris Gray, who have a combined 30-plus years of experience, left GCI in 2014 to start their own venture. Pike was the vice president of sales and design, Sawyer was the design engineer, and Gray was the director of procurement and assembly. Along with adding the fourth member, amusement industry veteran Bill Wydra, Skyline Attractions was fully formed. In the early years, their ventures commenced in the production of flat rides, such as the Crazy Couch and the fan-favorite Strike You Up, a hybrid midway game that combines elements of a Starshot Tower and a Hammer Strike arcade game. But just like any coaster manufacturer, Skyline Attractions wanted to think bigger, and think bigger they did, with their Skywarp and Horizon models set to debut at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom and SeaWorld San Diego respectively. Both Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster and Tidal Twister gave a stunning look of a figure-8 pattern, with one being profiled vertical and the other horizontal. Both used a single rail design fitted with 2 trains crossing each other simultaneously. But since the seating sections are connected with a chain, it only counts as one train, giving the illusion of 2 separate trains. The operation of these coasters create a captivating visual, as it's something that only coaster heads could dream of at the time. However, Skyline Attractions' first step in the coaster scene with their own models left a stain on the coaster world. Both coasters couldn't last at least 5 years at their parks. Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster closed only a year after its debut, and Tidal Twister was only operational for 4 years. Eventually, both coasters were removed from their parks due to frequent downtimes, mechanical issues, and inadequate cycles on the fact that only one side could be loaded while the other one was being worked on. Additional complaints were shared on how rugged it felt despite it being a single rail design and how loud the coasters were. Fast forwarding, despite their setbacks, Skyline Attractions have yet again graced us with their new dueling family coasters with Kid Flash Cosmic Coaster at both Six Flags Fiesta Texas and Over Georgia. These are a set of coasters made for the whole family using a new Pescetti Bowl design, lighting up the single rails while riding. With this exciting rollout of their new Pescetti Bowl family coasters, one would think that Skyline Attractions learned from their previous mistakes and created a perfect set of racing coasters, right? Well, despite your wishful thinking, it's as bad as it gets, as currently both parks have these coasters standing but not operating. The reason being, yet again, mechanical issues, some light panels not working, a derailment on a family coaster? Yeah, the one at Fiesta Texas had apparently valleyed and derailed on the yellow side. Can't get that much worse than that, right? How about the one at Over Georgia? Is that a broken drive wheel? Guys, fellas, both of these coasters have been standing but not operating for over 9 months now, and at this point it looks like both these coasters are going to be removed in the not too distant future, and Skyline Attractions are at strike 2 when it comes to flops in the coaster world. If you share my perspective on this, it's likely that you're thinking whether this manufacturer has achieved any positive outcome since its establishment more than a decade ago. And if I'm right on that, why not give me a like and subscribe to my channel? Going back into that previous thought, I looked into Skyline Attractions' work to see if they've done anything worthwhile, and to my surprise, they actually have. On a whole, Skyline Attractions have done phenomenal work to help complete roller coasters, like in 2017 when they helped GCI in the creation of Mystic Timbers at Kings Island in Mason, Ohio. Skyline Attractions designed and engineered the center line for this wooden marvel. This is essentially the skeleton of a coaster, and is a plan of the precise geometry of the track, including the locations of supports and the curvature of turns. More importantly, they were inventions of GCI's Titan Track, a new and innovative way to enhance both old and new GCI wooden coasters with steel. Not only have we already seen this increase the longevity of great wooden coasters like Predator at Six Flags Darien Lake, but the use of this weld-free prefabricated track will create new and daring elements in the future. Previously, manufacturers such as Gravity Group and more prominently Rocky Mountain Construction were the main honchos for inventing and converting hybrid coasters. But with Titan Track, Skyline Attractions has allowed GCI to throw their hat in the ring with the possibility of an inverting wooden hybrid of their own in the future. I'm saying this as 6 wooden roller coasters have already been outfitted with Titan Track, and one, being Zambezi Zinger at Worlds of Fun, has it throughout the layout, including the stunning spiral lift hill. With this track record, Skyline Attractions is making strides when it comes to helping Great Coasters International. But when it comes to their own coaster products, this company is still in its infancy. As I mentioned from the start of this video, making a roller coaster is hard. Skyline Attractions have not only created concepts and plans on making newer versions of their Skywarp and Horizon models, they debuted their concepts of the Orbit 2 and the Trailrunner model coasters. So at this point, the fact that flop after flop after flops doesn't deter them from creating new coasters is either a display of resiliency or ignorance. In any case, it comes down to the park or FEC that will take a chance on Skyline Attractions in the future. In my opinion, I want this company to succeed. The reason I'm so critical on them is that I love the ideas this company has. Seeing these concepts is just awe-inspiring, and for what it's worth, the Pescetti Bowl coasters had good reviews for its forces on the ride, and it looks 10 times better than any family coaster I've ever seen. Topping it all off with the fact that all of their coasters are relatively inexpensive, Skyline Attractions needs to get a handle on their maintenance issues before any other park gives them a call. And maybe next time, let's just not use my home park for a testing ground. If you agree or disagree with what I had to say, or just want to add to the discussion, let me know in the comments. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as we're just 27 away from an even 700. Lastly, I just want to say thank you for watching, and remember to stay united.